What up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, BlackSheepGrittin. How y'all doing out there? I'm back with another news story. Very unfortunate situation, but back with another news story, man. I just wanted to check it out with my BlackSheepGrittin family, man. And before we jump into the video, I'm gonna get the title out the way. So let's go on and do that. Family seeking justice after son allegedly pushed into lake, left underwater nearly 20 minutes. Yeah, man, it's very unfortunate, man. I haven't seen this video. Maybe some of y'all have heard about this situation or this story. Most definitely, send some positive energy to the young man, or I don't know how old he is, but the male that's the victim, and as well as to the family. You know what I mean? Before we also jump into the video, man, y'all know I just want to put some good energy y'all way, man, and hope everybody just reaching what they trying to reach out here, because that's important, man. It keeps you grounded. So stay focused, real talk, and stay pushing that love, man. I know it's a lot of people probably around, a lot of people that, ain't doing that. A lot of people out here just kind of on low frequencies and just pushing bad energy, but I don't mean you have to be like, be like that or be on the same thing. But yeah, let's go on and jump into this, man, real quick.
Thanks. This morning, a Shreveport family is demanding answers after their son's near drowning at a Lake Darbon, with friends. And joining me this morning is the family, Christopher Gilbert's mom, along with the family attorney, one of the attorneys, Claudia Payne. Thank you so much for joining me. So let's talk about Chris. What happened? When did you get the call?
I got the call possibly around 8 on April 14th on a Sunday. A friend of his called, and she was hysterical crying on the phone. She told me that Chris had fell into the lake and he had been underwater for 20 minutes or so. And I was like, 20 minutes? Why was he under the water for 20 minutes was my first reaction. And she was just like, oh my gosh, she just kept crying hysterically. And I was like, where is he? He's being airlifted to Shreveport. We immediately started calling around, trying to find out where would he be, where would he go, and they informed me that the only trauma unit they have is Ochsner. So we got to Ochsner. They didn't have a call coming in saying that, a plane was about to land. But eventually, about 20 or 30 minutes or so, they got the call saying that he was on the way. He was 10 minutes out. It's like they got the call like right before they landed. And initially when my son got there, the doctor called us in and told me that at that time that he was brain dead pretty much, and the rest of his organs were starting to fail, and that we had 72 hours on the ECMO machine. ECMO is like sort of like dialysis for the lungs, and they had to put him on a ventilator.
Wow. And so I'm going to bring in one of your family attorneys, Claudia Payne, working along Lee Merritt.
That's correct.
And you guys...
Real quick, man, that's very unfortunate situation. I mean, like I said, I just want to send some positive energy and some, love to the family and, this woman, her son, and they family, friends, and loved ones. You know what I mean? But I've had family members and people that in my life that I truly loved that were diagnosed brain dead. You know what I mean? And that's hard. That's a hard decision to make. To do you make the decision to let your loved one pass on, or do you keep the faith that they can bounce back? You just can't judge what a person's thinking at that moment. You can't. You just gotta, I don't know, man, you just gotta be supportive or whatever to anybody going through that. But that has to be a real hard thing to deal with and to do, to make that type of decision. But yeah, man, I've experienced that, and maybe some of y'all out there have. But let's jump back into it. This video is kind of long. I didn't realize how long it was, to be honest, but we're gonna get through it.
Let's learn more. Tell us what you learned. Did he fall into the lake? Was he pushed into the lake?
So initially, as the mother reported, we initially thought that he fell in the lake. That was what the friend group initially reported to officers. Soon after, and I guess after more investigation, they soon found out that he was actually pushed by a female within that friend group. She actually admitted to mom as well as the police officers that she pushed him into the lake.
Was this horseplay or was it mad or?
Well, in the legal field, we characterize things the way we see fit. So, of course, they are saying horseplay. We are saying that it was a criminal, intentional push into the lake.
Mm-hmm. And why didn't anybody go in after him?
Well, now we've seen a video where one of the friends in this group attempted to go into the water briefly, but neither one of the individuals.
Listen, I've said it in some of my other videos, and I'm gonna say it again. I've said it to my children, and I say it to shit, hell, really anybody that just is playing too much or not mature enough. Everything ain't funny and everything ain't fun. And these young people, man, not all, and I'm not saying this, directing this towards all young people, but we older people from my generation own up and slightly down understand that this generation plays too much. They take nothing super serious until it's up on their ass. You know what I mean? Real talk, and that's sad, and they don't realize it. But one day, hopefully, if they live long enough, they will. But this is a situation of playing too goddamn much. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. And now, this young man is diagnosed brain dead, and I don't know if I don't want to say he's dead or passed on. I mean, and if he's not, but you know what I mean. Right now, he's brain dead, and he's on a ventilator. So, yeah, because of what? And then it's like, what are these young children out here doing at this lake? Where, okay, cool, y'all not cool, but y'all push him in. 20 minutes? Don't nobody think to go get him? Just one person. 20 minutes. Y'all think he that cold? He Aquaman. Hell no, man. And that's the stupid shit. And I can just see it because we see it every day on social media, on the internet. Kids playing when somebody just got popped in the dome, or somebody over here fighting at McDonald's, tearing it all up, like bum rushing the mall, just stealing everything, running out. This is the youth. And it's sad. It's very sad, you know what I mean? But I could see that type of environment as this young brother's down there fighting for his life. You know what I mean? The type of person I was growing up, and I know how to swim as a black man, bro. But like, for real, I would have jumped in and got him, bro. I wouldn't even play with none of that 20 minute. It ain't nothing. I would have jumped in, bro, because you can tell when a person really can't swim, bro. They ain't gonna start letting you know 20 minutes later, 10 minutes, 3 minutes later. They're gonna let you know right away. So somebody, I'm pretty sure more than just that one dude could swim, or that one individual could swim, and a lot of them could have jumped in and helped, and just this didn't even have to happen. But let's get back into it, man. It's very unfortunate.
A part of the friend group were the ones to retrieve him from the actual water. Attempted to go into the water briefly, but neither one of the individuals a part of that friend group were the ones to retrieve him from the actual water.
Okay, we have video of Lake Darbon, and shortly after he went in. Can we share that video, please? Tell me what's going on here, Claudia.
Okay.
This is actually Ochsner LSU. We took this video this morning because this currently is where Chris is at this time.
That's correct. He's within their care.
Okay.
This is a more recent photo of Chris. This is approximately 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. His condition or his status, it doesn't necessarily get better, but it does change. It's different. The amount of work that the machines are doing on his behalf is constant. His lungs are said to be at 20%, so status doesn't really get better. It's just different.
Is he responding?
He is cognitive. He is responding mentally. He cannot vocalize anything currently, but he's able to give a thumbs up and a nod of the head right now.
Okay, now those were the pictures that show some promise. But let's look at the pictures when you first saw Chris at Ochsner LSU. Yolanda, these are not actually, these are the after pictures. What was going through your mind when you first saw him? Because he was just lying there with a bunch of tubes.
When I first saw him, I was devastated. Like, I felt as though my life had ended in that moment. Like, my son is aspiring to be a medical doctor. My son is going to be a medical doctor.
He has a master's degree?
He got his master's last year in biological science. And he's preparing for medical school. So for this to happen to him, my son is like so sweet, the most selfless being you'll ever meet, and for it to happen to him, like, I was just devastated.
What is it that you are fighting for now?
I want the young lady who pushed my son, who admitted to me in the family waiting area that night at the hospital, because their friend group came to the hospital, still telling me the same fabricated story that he fell. I learned at that moment in the ER, the sheriff called me and he told me, "Are you familiar with what happened?" "Yeah, he was at the lake and he fell." He was like, "No." One of the young ladies pushed him, and I'm like, "Who pushed him?" And I started looking around the room. "Which one of y'all pushed him?" You know, the young lady, like, "I did." And I was like, "Why would you push my son in the lake knowing he couldn't swim?" She said, "Well, ma'am, I didn't know that man couldn't swim." And I was like, "Who is that man? This is supposed to be amongst groups of friends, right? Who is that man?" "Chris." Everybody knows he can't swim. You know, he jokes about him not being able to swim. Even when we went to the restaurant, the owner of the restaurant even stated, "Everybody knows Chris can't swim. He's been coming here for 2 years. He always joking about it. I gotta have on a life jacket." You know, because they say he would come there and go canoeing sometime, and he will always have on a life jacket. So everybody knows. If you look at some of the posts, you can see anybody that know him from elementary to middle school. Chris can't swim.
Who actually pulled him from the water? Was it the restaurant worker?
No, it was actually another patron of the restaurant, Dawson Faust, who was a complete stranger to the family and the community prior to this, but now he's their hero, you know. And he deserves the honor.
So, you know, I didn't know. I thought it was, my bad. I thought it was somebody, an individual that was with him that pulled him out, you know what I mean? And I don't know how, he's young. But yeah, I thought it was one of the individuals with him that was kicking it with him that jumped in to get him. But dang, it was a total stranger, man. You know, that's what's up, man.
Yeah. So Claudia Lee is actually flying into town. What's next for you?
In the community prior to this, but now he's their hero, you know. And he deserves the honor.
Yeah. So Claudia Lee is actually flying into town. What's next for you all today?
So his legal team, Chris's legal team, consists of myself and Lee Merritt of Lee Merritt and Associates from Dallas. We have a dual interest: first, to seek justice by demanding that an arrest is made, but also to hold the restaurant bar owner responsible for not keeping Chris safe while he would patronize their business.
All right. Anything else you want to add? We'll be following
Absolutely.
your story.
I just want to thank everybody for the prayers and the concerns. Thank you. Please keep the prayers coming. He is recovering. It's still a long journey, but I see progress. We see progress, and I thank you all for the love and the prayers. Thank you.
The latest pictures are promising. Thank you.
Very.
All right, that's the end of that video. Please feel free to let me know what y'all think about this situation, what y'all know about this situation. You know, I just got up on it, so it's new to me. It's new to BlackSheepGrittin channel. But definitely send some prayers up, some positive energy and love to the brother and to his family. And, you know what I mean, even for the young lady that pushed him in there, I'm pretty sure she's definitely, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if she's remorseful, man. It's like I said, young people think everything's funny and everything's a game until it's not a game, you know what I mean? So pretty sure she's seeing it, she's feeling it now. And, you know, I don't know if they're going to, you know, bring legal charges against her, criminal charges or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, she needs to be held accountable, but I ain't the one to say how, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't know, man. That's just a tough situation right there. But also, yeah, the business needs to be held accountable for whatever part they had in this and could have prevented, you know, this stuff from happening. You know what I mean? When people say stop playing too much, stop playing. When people say they can't swim, quit. You know, like for real, man. Cause growing up, you know, people used to run by and just push you in the pool. Didn't know you, didn't care. You know what I mean? If you didn't know how to swim, man, it's all bad. You know what I mean? And it, like, people don't want, you know, children don't jump in and get other children most times. They just sit and look at your ass. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this and how y'all feel. And I appreciate y'all once again just supporting me and checking out my content and just vibing with me. Real talk. Don't forget to grind that like button. Don't forget to grind that notification bell and subscribe so y'all can stay constantly growing and tuning in with me, man. I appreciate it. As well as share my content. Really, really push it and share it. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, most definitely. And to all my subscribers and day ones, you already know it's still love always. I'm gonna make sure that every once in a while I just recognize y'all, man, as well as you know, anybody that's just subscribing. Welcome to the BlackSheepGrittin family, man. Where we gonna always stay pushing that positive message. We always gonna, you know, stay on the grind. Like I said, man, the grind is on and off the camera, man. That's real talk. That's life. So whatever you believe in, keep grinding for it. But until next time, man, my good people, y'all know what I'm gonna say. Let's grit, let's get it. Y'all know what it is.
Cause nigga, I like money and nice shit. My swag is priceless, my bag is righteous. You mad? I got the